Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is the Renegadist, and welcome to Source Modding Community's first map lab. And if you didn't know, Source Modding Community, as the name says, we talk about all things source modding, gold source modding, anything Valve related, and we have fun doing it. And so we have our kind of flagship mapping contest, Run Think Shoot Live, who has a kind of their own setup on our server, has been doing mapping contests for I don't know how long. It's God knows how long. Like it's something that's been a staple in the community. Run Think Shoot Live has been doing it since Planet Phillip days, the Planet Phillip days. But so we thought, hey, well, why don't we take a shot at doing a contest? So this is it. This is called Map Lab. That was, I think the name was come up with by, I believe, Chris on the staff team, but I could be wrong. But it's really just a contest to see who can make the best looking, best playing, best like everything maps in the theme of Halloween, at least for this contest. So I, along with a few others from the staff team, are judging it, and this isn't going to be thrown into any editing program or anything like that. This is, I'm going to treat it like it's a stream. I'm not going to like splice my microphone audio from the video. It's going to be melded all into one. And essentially, I'm just going to play through these. And I have a pen and, pencil. Mechanical pencil and some paper next to me. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way here. And we're going to do some mapping stuff. Playing some mapping maps. So, so before we jump in, we have 7 entries. I have not played these yet. I have not seen anybody else play them yet. And I have not seen the other judges' scores. I want to judge this based on my own kind of thoughts, opinions, and I don't want to be... what am I thinking of? I want to have my own based opinion on this. Like after I'm done, I will take a look at their scores after I've made my own. But I'm going this alone here. So anyway, enough of that. Which is funny because 2 minutes in for an intro is like half of what I do for my streams. But so once again, this is blind, and I'm doing this kind of weird. I have the judge score sheet pulled up on my other monitor, and I can't like block the other scores, so I'm kind of looking around the edges of the chart to see. Well, let's see. I don't want to see the other judges' scores, but I want to see like the person who made it, the map name, and what we're rating it for. So it's kind of, I'm having to look at this kind of weird. But essentially, as it is on the sheet, I'm looking for immersion, visuals, and gameplay, and trying not to look at the other scores. But anyway, enough talking. Let's jump right in. So the first one we have is ThatsRidonkulous. I'm sorry, The Sun Vanished by ThatsRidonkulous. And we're gonna do this. Let's jump right in. And I will give you my live thoughts, my opinions, and once again, these are my own. So this is my own thinking, my own thought process. You don't have to agree or disagree with me. This is just
taking hold on the nation in response to the sudden disappearance of the sun, with violent riots taking place in just about every major city. We are receiving an influx of reports of ransacking and looting from New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Dallas, and Washington, D.C., with hundreds more isolated incidents coming in hourly. The president made a public statement this morning urging people to remain calm and stay in their homes.
Oh my God! Okay, I'm gonna say something right now. So when other people play stuff, whether it be mods, games, whatever, when they record themselves playing it, if it's blind, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm already blown away. So what I'm trying to say is, if you hear me fanboy out for any of these maps, or if you hear me like go, whoa, you know, that's a really HD looking rat model or whatever, know that, like, I'm gonna try not to do that a whole lot. Like, god damn, that's redonkulous, man. How is that a start? Like, now I'm making it sound negative. Like, that was an awesome intro. Like, okay, so keeping in mind that I might fanboy out a little bit, that's awesome. Just okay. So already off the bat, this is a very strong contender. I am gonna judge these. You know, I'm not gonna be unfair. I'm gonna give everybody a fair shot. But so far, from what I've seen from ThatsRidonkulous in the first like 15 seconds of the map, already we have awesome visuals. I like the lighting in the beginning. I like the use of the props to make it look kind of like someone's kind of squatting there. You know, not really lots of beer, lots of nothing really like essential. Like, you know, basically someone living there and kind of off the grid. I want to say that's what I got from it. The timing of the lights going off, and the radio, the lights of the radio screen staying on. You know, the guy running by, his shadow casting on the wall. Already off the bat, very, very. It's setting up the map. Like, we're hitting the ground running. Essentially, is what I'm trying to say. You guys are gonna have to deal with my way of speaking and and going about talking about stuff. But what I'm trying to say is too long didn't hear. Very good start. So let me write that down. Let me pull up. I might just have to look at the other scores because this is going to be... Okay, I'm doing my best not to look. Immersion. I saw the other scores. Nah. Oh, man. That's okay, though. That's okay. It was bound to happen eventually, you know. I can't, like, skirt around the edges of the chart without eventually seeing the other judges' scores. But so I take that back what I said in the intro. But, let's see. Immersion, visuals, and gameplay. Already off the bat, I am very immersed in the world that... I don't even know what this is about, other than... I want to say that with the sun vanished, I want to say that the sun went out without going supernova. So it's going to be a very dark and pretty terrifying world without the sun. That's zero light. That's what I think it's going to be about. But so far, I guess I can tally it up, I want to say. That is definitely a point for immersion. Let me write that down. Visuals and gameplay. Digging the ambient sounds too. Like, I had to stop writing, like, wait a minute. That's pretty... I mean, it's stock Half-Life 2 sounds, but he could have just made a room with nothing in it. You know, you're just dead silence. And no, so that's a point, I'd say. So, off the bat, we're going to do... I mean, we haven't really played the game yet, so I'm not going to give a point for gameplay yet. But for immersion and visuals sake go, I really like that intro. And here it is, actually. And... Okay. I wish I could have streamed this for you guys, but that would be pretty much revealing the entirety of the mapping contest without even releasing it yet. So, definitely going to stream this after the fact. Absolutely. Oh, I was wrong. I guess it's a detail I missed, but yeah, there was food and stuff and like essential stuff lying around. But as you can see, like I said, without even seeing the whole room, being shown what I was thinking, based on the little tiny sliver that Redonkulous showed, I instantly thought, okay, this is someone hiding out. This is someone who is surviving kind of off the grid. They're, you know, living on their own. So the fact that I drew that conclusion from like a tiny window of frame space for showing the map. Like, that's pretty damn good. So, that is definitely a plus. That works. There's a point for gameplay right there. And there's something that the other judges didn't, or that we didn't write down in the chart, but this is a Halloween contest, okay? I want to be spooked out of my friggin' mind. So, bonus points from me if you can. Okay, this might seem unfair, but this is a Halloween contest. I want to be scared. I want this to be spooky. So, bonus points to, I guess, people who manage to pull that off. Not actual bonus points, but I'll definitely contribute it to, visuals, immersion, gameplay. What's this? Okay, I did not see that. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I guess they forgot to delete the save. That's okay. Okay, I'm gonna load that again because I actually... See, look at this.
Afternoon, panic is taking hold on the nation in response to the sudden disappearance of the sun, with violent riots.
Oh, I just realized those physics sounds are the dude blocking his door.
Reports of ransacking and looting from New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Dallas.
Oh, that's cool.
More isolated incidents.
Running over there
The president made a public statement
and moving something to the door. Holy crap. That's redonkulous, man. That is pretty cool. Now that I know what's going on, like, that's a nice touch, using sound effects to your advantage like that. That's cool. Now, there was a light source. Oh, I want to say that's a lamp. Okay. Okay. I'm not. When I saw the did the intro the second time and saw the light, I thought that was the sun. Maybe it was the sun before it went out. I don't know if that's what the theme is. But anyway, so I'm gonna read it this time. Let's actually read this. Reminder: don't look into the light. Don't move. They see motion. Don't produce light. They will see it. And we will take that. Okay. Don't move. Don't look into the light. And don't produce light. Okay. Let me write that down. And I gave you another point for immersion for those sounds, because that was pretty cool. Loving the lighting, man. Very moody. I don't know what color. I mean, you really can't tell because the tile is kind of greenish, bluish, turquoise. But a lot of times in movies and cinema and general filming of whatever it is, lighting plays a very, very big part in setting up a mood for something. One thing I clearly remember when I was taking classes on this kind of stuff, the use of blue is used to kind of bring disparity towards the people watching it. So say someone in a movie, if the lighting is used according to, I guess, film, I'm having a hard time wording this. If movies are made using the lighting kind of setup that dictates what is what, say someone dies in a movie. Well, maybe the next scene they show has the main character, they stumble across the body, and maybe it's night out, and there's like a neon sign outside of the room that this main character's in, and it's giving off a blue light. So all you see is the main character maybe kneeling over the dead person, and just this bright blue light is casting in a dark room. Okay, that's meant to invoke sadness. It's meant to say something bad just happened. You should probably feel sad, is what it's supposed to be. So I don't know what color light you're using in the map right here, but the use of the, I guess the color of the tiles is really giving off kind of a, not only kind of a alone and sad kind of feeling, but it makes me unsure. We start off in the map. You guys are going to have to, if you guys watch this after it is published, you guys are going to have to sit through quite a lot here. It's going to be a lot. But this is kind of how when I'm judging something, this is kind of how my thought process is. So, very first start, we have this radio playing some recordings of a woman talking about a disaster, the sun, and we have light shown on the radio. Then the light goes out and we wake up in a dark room. Okay, the radio is still there lit. So my thinking is we start off with light. It's bright, it's orange, it's lively. We have a radio giving off some voice acted lines that are kind of worrying and unsure. And at the very end of that, the lights go off. Now we're in complete darkness. Okay, so we're in this dark bathroom. Very dark, very cold feeling. You come in here. Door shut, obviously. So we see the door blocked, and we have the light off, and it's just the light of the radio. So my thinking is that is... God, Okay, let me finish, and then I'll kind of... Okay, so the door's blocked, very dark, cold room, and the only light source right now, besides the natural lighting, is this radio light, which to me is saying the world outside is possibly gone to shit. But the light of this radio, which was giving us this news, which when you hear news, you're connected with society. You're connected with the people on the outside. You're hearing someone else talk to you. Even though they're not talking directly to you, you're hearing a human voice giving a logical feedback. They're talking, they're speaking about a subject, whatever. And that is usually not associated with loneliness. Loneliness, there's no one around, you're on your own, it's very dark, very cold, very lonely. So we see this room, it's all messed up, and the door is blocked, very cold, very dark, and the light of this radio is giving off this very faint bit of hope. Like, this was once something that was keeping you connected with the outside world, keeping you from being lonely. Okay, so now it's dead, and it's just the light of the radio. We come out here, we see this light source. This is shut. So we see this, again, another bright, very bright light. So you come out of this room, you're thinking, well, there it goes. The voice on the radio, my only connection to society at the moment is gone. All I'm left with is a shell of its former self, just the light of the radio. So you're unsure about the future ahead. The door's blocked, you don't know what could be out here. You come out, okay, there's a nice bright light. So maybe things aren't so hopeless. Maybe in some fashion there's still some resemblance of life outside. There's still someone I can connect to, someone who can cure me of my loneliness. Okay. So, you go down that way, it's dark, that doesn't seem really hopeful, and sure enough, you come down here, dead end. No light, no sign of human activity. Essentially, this is a dead end. Which sounds kind of funny, now that I'm saying it, but you have the light source here, and you have a dead end over here. Well, you're not going to want to go over there because it's hopeless. And sure enough, when you go over there and actually see what's going on, it's hopeless, there's nothing there. So you open this door here, under the light source. And I'm not kidding right now, I'm being serious, this is my thought process. So another light source. So again, another sign of human life. Yeah, shit's all over the floor, but maybe there's some kind of a connection here. Maybe I can get a hold of someone or find someone or whatever. There's hope. Okay, see this note on the table. It doesn't bring you hope, but it at least tells you, hey, there's someone else besides me. And they give you a warning. Come down here. Once again, you're dark. Everything is... You're back to that cold, lonely feeling. And the first light source you see, even if you go over here, you still see that same light source. Okay, well. And the only light source you see after all that hope above is a dark, blue, moody room. That maybe things aren't so hopeful. Come over here and check the note. Do not let them see you. Hide, hide, hide. So even though the first letter we saw was hopeful, there's life, you know. There's someone giving you a warning about what's ahead. Maybe they are up ahead themselves. You see this note and it's telling you, go right back into the darkness, hide, hide, hide. Followed by a dark and gloomy light. So that's my thought process. And... What? What? Okay. I was looking at the wrong door there. Okay, let's go hide. I saw it was a TV. So... So anyway, before I... Is it? Oh, shit! Whoa, never mind. Okay, I take it back. This might actually be pretty freaky. Okay, so before I continue with the rest of this, with all that explanation, that was like an entire novel of the human thought conditioning and light. But, that's definitely points. Even though that might... What I've just said just now might have been so far left field that that wasn't even close to your intention with any of that. But the fact that it made me think and use my head to kind of figure out what's going on and kind of place, you know, connect the dots, I definitely make that worthy of giving a few more points. I don't know if I do immersion, because that's more of like a visual type thing, but you got a point for visual. That was awesome. So oh shit. Ah. Nope. Ah. What? How'd that happen? What? Huh? Okay, hold on. Okay. I didn't get caught that time. That's weird. So I assume I'm supposed to escape? Is that what's... Oh, crap. I'll go up here, maybe. Oh, man. This is pretty cool. Oh shit. Wow. Loving the map design, I gotta say. Okay, let me write that down. So, I do like the concept, and I don't know if I'd call this, I'll call it, I think, well, no, it's not really visual. But, like the use of sound to, you know, kind of, see, I thought that was part of like a song or something. You know, this music playing, but I guess that's the sound effect for when it gets close to you, and I really like that. It's subtle, but it's like enough to say, hey, you need to get the hell out of here. So, so I'll give you one for visuals. The mapping so far has been really good. The lighting, you've nailed the lighting, as I explained in my novel. You can pick that novel up on Amazon when this is released. Gameplay-wise, I like the concept of hiding from a light source, and it's not over yet. We're still going to keep playing. There might have been some bugs. Shoot. Maybe it was me, but when I was hiding out, and I left the room once I saw it had gone, even though there was no flashing or lights on me, somehow it knew that I was there, and it automatically killed me. I mean, you guys saw that. So, I'm not going to say anything about that yet officially, but it seemed like that was kind of an issue. Kind of a bug type thing. Alright, here's some more lighting things. Again, I'm going to pick this apart to shit, but even if it wasn't even intended to be this way. So we just came back from a hostile situation after we kind of saw this dark, depressing blue-green light room and picked up a note that said, hide, which is basically get back in the darkness. We're stumbling around in the darkness, and we see two lights in front of us. You see a red and a white one. I want to say that, if I remember correctly, I think red was used to show. Oh, geez, I took these classes so long ago. I think red was panic or stress, or I know it was either stress, panic, or like anxiety or anger, or probably all of them. So I'm going to go with the first two. So kind of panic, stress, anxiety. So we just came back from a very stressful situation. The next light we see is a red light after the street lights and all that. So we just got back from a stressful situation, and the car is kind of showing us that with the lights. So we get past the red light, which was showing us that, hey, you went through a tough time. You're probably stressed, you have anxiety, you're unsure about the way ahead. And we see a white light, a nice, bright, white light of a car. So behind us, stress, anxiety, maybe some anger, and then ahead of us, a bright light. Hope has shown itself once again. And down below, we have some hope. So let's go to that. Followed by some darkness. It's got to get dark before it gets light. The hell is that? Is that a... Oh, it's a log. Okay. Wow, this is a really cool, like, gas station. So we have some hope represented by the street lamp and the faintly lit sign. And we actually see the source of what could be our hope. It's another dark, blue, gloomy light. So we'll see if the lighting matches up with what's inside. shit, I can't hide. Ah. Well, I was gonna say, I was like, oh, light source. Dark and gloomy light, once again. So even though we think we have hope, right back to it again. What? Oh, I thought I died, okay. Oh shit, that's gonna follow us. Find the batteries, okay. I told you guys. Oh. So keep that in mind. The first battery we find is in a very well lit room. Once again, going back to my hope theory. Another battery. So far the trend I'm seeing is, I guess somehow these batteries are going to save us, or help us get out of here, and every room it's been in is lit. Well lit. So each battery is hope, brings us one step closer to getting the hell out of here. That's the right battery, right? Okay. Alright, nice, bright light. Oh no. Oh, it's it? There was no hope! Oh! Wow. The sun is back. Okay, well. Also, I'd like to point out something I didn't point out. There was also some lighting tricks going on with the entity itself. So in the beginning, we saw a nice bright light. It was flashing. And we were told to stay away from the light, stay out of the light. It's attracted to light. And what happens when we try to investigate whatever this light source could be? It turns red. Stress, anger, anxiety. So that's kind of its own thing. So, and at the very end, we see a final light source. Or we see the second to last light source. This nice, bright light bulb in a dark sewer. And right outside, the final light source we see is red. Which is hopelessness and stress and overall just that. So anyway, so I'm gonna give this kind of a live judging score. If you've been with me this entire time, then congratulations. You're gonna have to sit through like 6 more maps of me going into detail about colored lighting. But as far as the scores go, immersion absolutely nailed it. In the lighting, in the map design, in the kind of grounded and real worldly feel that the map had. And the sound design. Like, the sound design was awesome throughout it. Again, you could have played like a looped sound of like TV static the entire time. Or had silence, but you had ambient, even if it's just Half-Life 2's sounds, you had an abundance of ambience, and honestly, if I had to give you so what's some negatives with the immersion? Obviously the bug with dying when I shouldn't have been dying. But really, that's all I can think of that's against your immersion. Like, you kept me immersed the entire time. And only then, at the very end, did you pull me out with a fade to black. This was made by me, playtesting by, So, you kept immersion throughout not even a HUD or anything. I like that. So, honestly, with the bug I had, where I kept dying a few times, not in the forest. I tried to hide it in some trees. There was an invisible wall there, which kind of sucks. I wish that would have been more open. So really, it's that openness that's constricted, and I think I get why you had to do it that way, but it's that constriction and the bug I had in the beginning, where I'm going to do a I don't think I'll actually tell you. You know what? When the video is published and the map lab is out, I will publish my scores in the description of the video. But I'm not going to tell you on, because I don't know. I feel like that should be something that is done after it's released, not before. Well, no, F it. Okay, I'm going to give you a 9 out of 10 for that one. And again, the main issue I had with immersion was the constriction in the woods. I wish it would have been more open, giving you more freedom to... Because I think I know why. I think you blocked it off, walled it off, so that the entity had... It was on a path track, I believe, and so you had to be in a very set direction it could move. So if you could cut through the forest, you basically... But again, that would mean if you were in the situation... and weren't expecting that, and you were smart enough to go, hey, what if I just cut through the forest to get to the gas station? Then I think you should be rewarded for that. You don't have to deal with having an object running behind you. You just cut right to where you need to be, and because you thought of that, you don't have to deal with the stress of having something chasing you. So, and again, the bug in the beginning. So that's why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 for the immersion. So let me do... Okay. Let me actually do this. Okay, let's talk about visuals here. So the visuals are the look of the world, the lighting, and I thought that you nailed it. The lighting was I don't even think you were even going anything close to what I said, but you nailed the lighting, and even though maybe it wasn't your plan, and I kind of took it the way I did, I still think that's awesome. That just seeing a few colored lights kind of got this whole, my noggin jogging, essentially. It helped me put some things together, connect the dots, and I really liked it. And besides all that stuff on lighting theory, the lighting overall was just really good. It was placed in certain places where it would cast, like say the kitchen downstairs. The light was purposely placed above the stove to where it would cast kind of a light in the midway point of the room. So you'd have light going up, going down, refracting off of the middle table or countertop. So visuals, as far as visuals go, what were the issues with the visuals? I can't think of any. There was never a point where the lighting was glitched. There was never a point where the lighting was too bright. The sun vanished. It's going to be a dark map. So I'm not going to knock you points for not including enough light sources. But the maps, it is a mapping contest, so you had to do this within a certain amount of time. So I'm not going to knock you too much for not having super detailed maps, because those were pretty detailed maps. Especially when you opened up the door outside and you had this round cul-de-sac, you had different houses, you have this forest that looks like a believable forest. I want to see one thing real quick. Bear with me here.
This afternoon, panic is taking hold on the nation in response to the sudden disappearance of the sun, with violent riots taking place in just about every major city. We are receiving an influx of reports of ransacking and looting from New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Dallas, and Washington, D.C. with hundreds more isolated incidents coming in hourly. The president made a public statement this morning urging people to remain calm and stay in their homes.
Thank you very much. Okay. There is one thing I wanted to see real quick. Yeah, see, that was kind of what I was, I don't know, it's kind of weird how the road just kind of ends. It's not really a gigantic pet peeve, but hey, there's kind of some foreshadowing right there of the generator. That I think was intentional. Yeah, everything just looks really good. The only thing I wanted to point out was the only mapping issue I noticed was the first time I saw this area. I thought, number one, it looks really nicely done. But I was drawn to kind of the purple of the backdrop, and instantly I kind of could tell that, well, maybe the world just kind of ends there. And sure enough, you did try to disguise it as best you could. But sure enough, the world ends right there. So, because everything around you can see trees in the background, you can see, whatever. You need to look over there, and it's just kind of the end of the world. Again, the detailing is excellent. And here, it's weird, because you had that, you had the end of the world thing, and here you tried to disguise it. Although right here. But to be fair, when I first played this, I didn't even realize that was kind of mapped like that. So, honestly, the visuals and the lighting were... What's behind it? Oh, nothing. Oh, you could have put an Easter egg here, man. Come on. Roof. Fully detailed, even though chances are nobody's going to even notice those are there. I didn't even notice those props were there, honestly. So, overall, out of 10, I'm going to give that a 9. Because, actually, would that be more immersion? Okay, I'm going to switch my vote here. Hold on. One sec. Okay, hold on one sec here. Okay, so I'm going to switch my vote here. So immersion is still going to be a 9, because seeing the end of the world like that is kind of a breakup. Visuals, that's what I'm going to give a 10 for. And actually, I'm going to drop immersion down to an 8, because the end of the world, the issue in the beginning with dying a bunch of times, and the whole fact that things felt very constricted, despite being a forest, which is usually open, and you get lost in it. So, I'm going to give immersion an 8 out of 10, visuals a 10 out of 10, and gameplay, other than the issue in the beginning we had with dying when I really shouldn't have been dying, I did like the idea of hiding from something, but at the same time, I don't think there was enough of it. There was the part in the beginning where you're just kind of hiding inside the house, and then in the forest, you basically get a jump scare with it, which didn't really freak me out. And it, I don't know, I didn't feel like there was enough of it. I felt it was short and sweet, but then you had issues in the beginning, which kind of brought it down a little bit. But I want to see more of that concept of being chased. Maybe at the end where you drop down to the sewers, there's a sewer segment, and again, you're constricted with time, so I can't judge you too harshly. But honestly, I want to say that with the issues in the beginning and the lack of exploring the theme of being chased by whatever this is, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. And before I write that down, to improve this in the future, if you, say, went back in time and want to tell yourself, hey, how can I do this to where it would be better? Explore the concept of being chased more. Maybe add a whole new section, maybe in the sewers, where you're being chased around in the sewers, dark sewers, tunnel to tunnel, with this thing behind you chasing you. And at the very end, when you see the light source up ahead, you think you're safe, have that red light come down and say, and then do the end credits. So, I think a third scenario where you're being chased by this would have been better. You could have explored sound design that way, having maybe the sound of the thing echoing in the tunnels as you're running, so you don't know exactly where it is, but you know it's close to you. Obviously, make sure the issue in the beginning where you die for no reason is fixed. I think that would be enough to bring it up to a 9. But my final score, based on what I've seen here, is a 7. And the final bonus point, which I've decided that I guess I'll grant to whatever category is the lowest, was I scared? I don't think I was ever really scared, even in the forest when the light suddenly came on and you're running, because I half expected that to happen pressing the button on the generator, but was I actually terrified? Was I scared? Did something freak me out or jump scare me even? I don't think so, no. It was a good attempt with that scare in the forest, but I don't think so. So I think it would have helped, and I saw the TV, floating TV in the beginning, like, get your free TVs, you know, so, what? So that kind of broke the immersion too. I'm like, okay, well, there's a floating toaster coming after me, okay. It would have helped to make that model invisible, so it's just a light source, but the light source is still connected to something invisible, so, you know, it can move the same and look, you know, point the light the same way, but you can't see what it is. So, was I scared? No. Was it a good map? Yes. Was the visual and the lighting and the sound really good? Absolutely. And even the gameplay with its flaws, I think the concept was neat, but still it was, it just wasn't enough to really sell it completely to me. So anyway, that's that. But a very good map. Thank you, ThatsRidonkulous, for participating in the contest. I'm not going to say you're out of the game yet. I'm still going to judge the rest, and we'll see how that goes. But it is a contender for a winner. I'll tell you that. Okay, the Guardian. Okay. Guardian's map, unanswered questions. Wow. Another very, very immersive intro. Standing out in the middle of the woods. I guess your truck crashed or something. Wow. Maybe not as cinematic as the last map, but still very immersive and moody, and something isn't right here kind of thing. Alright, I'm going to go with the whole lighting thing still. So again, we're seeing not as bright lights as the other maps, so maybe you think there's hope up ahead. You're following these lights blindly, but things may not be what they seem. Okay. We're seeing a light cast on this house here. So, and it's, again, a yellow bright light, so maybe hope. We see another light. Do not go ahead. Alright, let me grab this. Alright, another bright light leading us ahead. Geez, even the flare itself being, you know, this flashing red light. You think it'd be hopeful, but, And our stressful, panic-inducing red light just gone out. Alright. Okay, so we go from some faint lights kind of leading us hopefully to where we need to be. You know, we're hopeful. And we open the door and bam, red light. Stress, panic. Where am I? What's going on here? Why are things like this? Okay, I guess we're supposed to go down here. Okay, well-lit room. Got a little bit of the blue lights going on, it looks like. Maybe a very, very slight hint of blue. But looking hopeful. And then you see this red flare in the middle, and you may be rethinking that. Oh, oh, no. Okay, I'm a little spooked here. I like the fake out. Okay, so that feeds into my whole lighting thing where you have a very well lit room, but the lights they're not white lights, they're not yellow lights, they're kind of a turquoise, kind of bluish tint. So maybe you think you're hopeful, but there's that little bit of hopelessness on the horizon. And then you see in the middle of the room, you see this red flare. So I guess that would invoke, you think you're safe, but then that fear of panic and stress and anxiety is kind of still present in your mind, even though you're in a hopeful, I guess, mood or whatever. And so, going forward, then the lights suddenly go off. You lose that very, very, very hopeful atmosphere, and the fear of panic, anxiety, stress is left, and you get left with this red light. And now the entire underground is red and dark, and all hopefulness is gone. Probably not going for that, but that's what I'm getting from it. Oh, I thought I saw a couple of feet right there, a couple of legs. So I assume a key or a crowbar. Very, very spooky. And I did circles. Nice. I'm not scared yet, but I am definitely unsure about the way ahead here. Okay, here, water. Oh, that's the sound of the flare, okay. Definitely a creepy atmosphere. Can I pick up something else? Okay, I'm gonna keep this with me here, just in case. This is my attack box here. Okay, gas can. I assume that's for the lights. Let me double check that. Having the light on screen right in my face is a little annoying. I don't know if that's a bug or you're meant to pick up the flare completely. not just the light, but... Okay, I'll assume we need to take the gas can to a generator. Okay. I was hearing water, okay. I was half expecting... Hold on. Okay. I was half expecting someone to turn the corner here. And now we're back to the sound effects. Oh no. Okay, so part of me thinks something's gonna happen here. The other part of me thinks this is just a fake out. There's not really gonna be anything here. It's kind of for your imagination to run wild, and you end up scaring yourself. So, we'll see what approach he took to it here. Okay, definitely not going that way. At least, hold on. Yeah, jumping really, jumping sucks with that in your face. That's kind of, I don't know. This recording is going to go longer than I expected, so I may just pull an all-nighter. I have work tomorrow, but might just pull an all-nighter here. But I do have hard drive space I gotta worry about, so not gonna speed run, but you know, I'm gonna try to pick up the pace here. Oh, that sucks. Ah, crap. Okay, the flare's a little annoying. Okay, just hit the ceiling and then... Okay. Alright, well, there you go. Probably should have stress tested those boxes before just jumping on them. Okay. There is a invisible something blocking me here, so won't be surprised if that door opens right up. If it really wanted to scare me, create like a really fast monster that has no sound effects that it plays when it's idle or walking or running towards you. That's how you get me, because I wouldn't be expecting it. Okay. I'm just assuming this is what I need. I really don't know. Okay. But you tell me I have to go all the way back? Okay, I need something. A key, crowbar, anything. Okay, well, I guess we're backtracking. Let me double check this one more time here. Okay, let's stress test all these boxes. Huh. Oh no. Don't tell me I just went in circles. No. Okay, there's that. Okay. Another dead end, really? Ah. Okay. I don't dislike the idea of a maze, but especially a spooky maze, I'm always down for those. But at the same time, oh, well, hold on. But at the same time, I think there can be a little overkill. Like, I don't know. I still haven't found what I need to open up the cage door at the beginning. I haven't even found the beginning yet. So, I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna give it a fair shot here. But honestly, at this point, a monster chasing me, I think would be a detriment to the mod. I mean, the map. Because I'm so lost right now that if I was to die and have to do this all over, I couldn't. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, maybe if I follow the pipes. No, I tried to do that last time. I made that right down that pathway. Huh. Don't tell me this is... Okay, so that was... Okay. Is there something I forgot up here? A crowbar or anything? Oh no! Oh no! Whoops! Wasn't meant to do that. Okay. That was, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna look outside the map and see where to go. But I don't think that was intentional. I don't think. So now I got to go right back into it. Okay. Oh boy. Well, I'm glad I left the doors open because that's how I know I'm going the way I've gone before. And there's that water again. Okay, is this where I'm supposed to go? Because I... Huh, okay. Oh man, you know what? I should have tried hitting E. I don't know if I did or not. I can't remember. But I should have tried hitting E on the door with the blood behind it. Okay, I think going this way led me to a dead end. Okay. Guardian, man, if you're watching this, I'm not gonna lie. This is feeling a little overdone at this point. No, I've been down this way before, but let's go anyway. I don't know if my hard drive can handle this. Uh-oh. Okay, so I think we gotta go this way. Okay, and then I think we go left from here. Okay, that's what led to the gas room. And I think the other way led to the blood room. I think. Alright, let me get resituated. Okay. So let's go the opposite way then. This way. I will give this an honest shot for another 10 minutes. Oh no. Wow, okay. Well, the room with the electrified water, that's just gone. That just, as soon as I left that area, it just disappeared right off the radar. It's not even a question of like being panicked or stressed out anymore. It's really just, I want to beat this. Please. Oh god. Ah! Like I said, 10 minutes, 9 minutes at this point. And then I'll no-clip and figure out where to go. I'm trying, I honestly am. I really do want to beat this legit, but at the same time, I am limited to hard drive space, I am limited to, I gotta go to work tomorrow. So, now I'm just in a loop that I can't get out of. You know what? I won't no clip. In 10 minutes, I will full bright the map, so I can at least see where I'm going. Okay, this is very familiar. I've seen that before. Somehow I made a right turn. Okay. Oh no, don't tell me there's the... Okay, I am in a very, very endless loop. I'm seeing patterns for where I am, but they're not making sense to me. I'm not connecting. Let me follow the pipe. Maybe I was okay, there's the water. That light is really, it's placed alright, but it makes me very angry. Okay. There's the blood. And I cannot open this. I can feel the block for where the door opens up at. But I cannot open the door. No matter what I do. It does not open. What's this? Okay, that can't... Oh, that's a light, okay. Can I jam it open with the barrel? Will it actually work and actually throw something at it to break it open? Nope, that did nothing. Okay. Shoosh. The heck? Okay. Let me explore this way. Hold on. Dead end? And I have no flashlight, by the way. Okay. Is there something in here I can use to... Can I break the lock with a barrel? You know what? Honestly, if I can't break the lock with a barrel, then I have to assume... I can't assume anything. I don't know where to go. I've been walking around for a while now. So I will take this barrel. Looks like a pretty good specimen here. Let's go see if we can pry that lock off. If this doesn't work, then okay. Again, normally I would, oh, that's really bright. Normally I would try to figure out what's going on without having to resort to using cheats. But honestly, I'm sorry, but I can't. And I know I said 10 minutes, but... So, apologies, but I do have to... I don't even know what time it is. Oh, shit, it's almost 12. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna leave the map, if possible. I'm just gonna... Okay, you can't even go that way. Okay. Oops, let's not die. I can't figure out where to go. Like, even with Fulbright, I still... Am I... trying to find a key? What? One of these rooms have a key? Hidden somewhere? I don't know. Like, even with cheats, I can't find what I need. Do I connect the circuits with a barrel? No, it wasn't a barrel. It was a thing I needed. This, but I can't get in. Oh, jeez, that was crazy. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Holy shit. I was kind of trippy with that the zoom out effect. Okay. Huh? So this isn't a room. Oh, that's... Oh, man, that is... So okay. Stop. Okay. Oh, my eyes. Aww. Guardian! Why? Oh. Ay, caramba, you have to find a key. Oh, no. Was there a key in here somewhere? Oh. Oh, no. Okay, so you have to go down. Okay. Oh my... Oh, stop. I'm not going to blame Guardian for the skybox messing up like that, but... Oh my goodness. It becomes a game of hide and seek. You gotta find a key, and there's just... I know you're not supposed to break the boxes, but honestly, I just... I'm sorry, Guardian. No offense or anything if this does go live, but... Oh man, this is... Oh man. Are you supposed to find a key in one of these rooms? What? Hello? 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 You gotta find a key, right? Okay, well. Am I just being dumb and I missed a key hanging up or something? There's no... Oh my goodness, there's no key anywhere. There's no key anywhere. There's no key anywhere. Oh no. There's no key anywhere. I'm cheating and I still can't figure out what to do. I know. You gotta get in there to get... Oh my god, I was about to flip out if that was the key. Okay, the pipe leads there. Okay. Pipe leads there. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, stop. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, the flare's gone. Well, that's great. Okay. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, okay. That didn't do anything? What? Oh my... No, 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 no. Oh, no. Okay. Why didn't this open all the way? Okay, well I know it did open. What? Matt. Just because I don't have the flare anymore. Oh. Oh, you can actually hurt it. I'm not going to cheat. Oh. Oh, he doesn't get hurt. Okay. I mean, I'd be pretty freaked out if I wasn't already pretty done with this this concept of a dark maze. That freaking goofy ass. Oh, okay. Oh, another one. Oh, that's good. Oh, hello! Hello! Oh no, you can't get me! Okay. Oh, okay. Get out of here. I think a flashlight would have been better than a flare. Am I jumping for it, or... Okay, I thought I saw him running towards me. Invisible wall, okay. I'm not gonna kill him because I was never meant to have a crowbar in the first place. So why come out here if there's nothing I can do? I'm not going to break anything else either, just in case I need it. Okay, so my end goal was getting the I just said I wasn't going to break anything. Then here we go. So my end goal was getting up there. Okay, let me try this. I don't think it's a bad map, I just think the entire maze thing sucked. So we had a very strong contender with the intro. Hello? Am I not supposed to go up there? Okay, I see. The heck is that sound? A radio? Surf, surf! Oh. Oh, that was it. Okay. Okay, let's dig in here. So. Okay. Immersion. So in the beginning, I was, okay, let's pull back here. In the beginning, I was very immersed. You had the sound effects, you had the lighting, the fog, everything. Even up to the building before you know, the area before you go down the ladder. You get down to the bottom, I'm still immersed. And then suddenly lights go off, and now I'm wandering aimlessly with a half-broken flare mechanic. I was immersed until it became, let's walk around for 30 minutes, might have been longer than that, and hunt around for a very, very small key in a very large maze. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. And I only found it when I, A, Fulbright, I used Fulbright, and B, I got a weapon and started breaking stuff. If I wouldn't have broken anything, I would have been moving props for probably a half an hour longer. So immersion, I'm going to give that, I'm going to rate it based on how it was in the beginning to how it was at the end. I want to say that is a good 5. Actually, I'm going to give that a 6. More than half of the map was very immersive, and then the latter half it kind of lost that immersion. Not because I cheated, but because it went from being immersed and into what I was doing into becoming a chore and trying to find to try to find the key. So I was immersed about a little over halfway, and then things kind of fell apart. So that's a 6. Visuals, same thing. The lighting was good until about halfway, a little past halfway of the map, and then it became too much. I'm sorry, I totally zoned out. It became too much, and it was basically just reusing the same red light and stacking some crates to get to the end. So visuals, I'm going to give that a 6 too, because for the most part I was good to go until about more than halfway out of the map. So 6 on that one. Because the sound design, it's not a visual, but that kind of, I don't know. Gameplay. This is where I give you a lower score than the other ones. This is mainly because I don't know. It went from a walking simulator, which is fine. The last map was kind of a walking simulator too, but it went from a walking simulator to a maze simulator to running away from enemies. I mean, the flare still would have been there because I think equipping another weapon broke that. But still, then you're running in the same friggin' maze in the dark with things chasing you, and you're walking. You can't run without the suit, so just to get to the end where there's no real payoff, you just kind of stack these to win, drop down into the water, and you win. So gameplay is where I think this fell short, and that's why I'm going to give it a I'm going to give it a 2. Because the beginning walking part, that was cool. I like that. Kind of setting it up for the rest of the mod or the map, but it just kind of fell hard at the very end. Just like with the last map, was I scared? Not really. I mean, even without Fulbright and no clip, if I would have done that legit, I would have known it's just a reskinned citizen with some stalker sounds using a really goofy looking crowbar animation. So I'm going to say I would not have been scared. Even with 2 of them, I wouldn't have been scared. So no bonus points there. So how could you fix the immersion factor? Take the maze area, simplify it down a little bit, and then add more details. There were some landmarks like those two storage lockers, and there were some crates and barrels, but definitely do more landmark kind of details, stuff that you say, hey, there's that X prop, so that means I need to take a right at this intersection, or whatever. That would have kept the immersion going. It would have added more detail to the environments, and I think that would have, because it didn't really feel like a real place. That didn't really feel like a real bunker, tunnel, maintenance thing. It just felt like a maze. So definitely blend the environment more to where it feels like an actual real place. And then add landmarks to kind of have people help find their way. That's what I'm trying to say. How can you improve visuals? More use of lighting. Maybe have some of the lights flicker in the direction you're supposed to go. Maybe have more natural lighting. Maybe like some random light sources here and there. Maybe like someone's flashlight, a dead body with their flashlight pointing in the right direction. Something to kind of improve the visuals. And then improving the environment, blending it to make like a real place. That is also that could improve the visuals a lot. Gameplay. Shorten the maze, like I said, for the immersion example. Just make it so players aren't just wandering aimlessly for a half hour to an hour. not knowing what to get, where to go. Like, I honestly thought for the half of that, I thought you had to break the lock with a crowbar, and that's what I was looking for. The key was on the back of my mind, so I was looking for a key, but that didn't even look like a key though. It just looked like a piece of metal that I found on the ground. So, more context clues to find your way through the maze. Work on maybe giving the player this ability to sprint and use a flashlight in the later half of the maze so they can actually run away from the creature. And that creates its own scares in itself. Like, you could be running away, you think, oh man, I'm safe, I got away. And then you run into the creature on accident somewhere down the line, and you go face to face. That would be pretty freaky. So, that's how I would improve the gameplay. And was I scared? Even if I wasn't using cheats, I don't think I would have been scared. So that's my feedback on that one. Thanks for making it the Guardian. Thanks for entering the contest. That's my reasoning. Okay, we have white-red dragons with his lab map. They actually give us a weapon, okay, and the ability to sprint, flashlight. It's looking like another maze, but we'll see here. I like the lighting. I think... Oh, and the other issue I had, the Guardian... I know I already started the map, but I noticed outside where there was like the lights of the cars, it looked like the light was just... It looked like a gigantic light. Like, so you just placed like a light entity, and it lit the whole area up, versus like how a car light would look, which is a very focused beam of light. So I noticed that in a couple places. That was kind of weird, which kind of brought the visuals down. But this one so far, there's no ambient sounds. That's kind of a negative. It's just kind of like, because if you guys have seen, I posted a YouTube video called My First Half-Life 2 Maps. And in them, you can hear the headcrab zombies throughout the entire map, wherever you are. So, that's kind of what I'm hearing here. Kind of like someone's first map where they, they don't exactly know how to silence the zombies. What the heck is this? I can't tell what that is. I can't tell if that's black texture or something, I don't know. This is like a Half-Life 2 universe type map. I noticed textures I think are custom. You can tell because they're very high res. You can tell by the shimmer. Yeah, those are some high quality textures. Wow. I didn't expect that. Okay. What's that? Oh, happy Halloween. Ho ho. Oh, this got interesting. Well, why am I... Oh, okay. Now, is this the one where I can... Yeah, they added that one extra swing that you can't... Okay. This is kind of surreal looking, actually. I kind of like this. Kind of the look of it. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of custom stuff here. No, I'm not going to give you bonus points for using custom stuff. Using custom stuff, as long as it helps sell your map more, then hey, that is points for you. But if it's just using custom stuff for custom stuff, it's like, don't know how I feel about that. Not saying you're doing that, but I'm not going to give people bonus points purely for being custom. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? Okay, here what... Hold on. Supposed to shoot that? Oh, I see. Well, that begs the question, what happens if the player gets rid of all their ammo? How are they going to set the barrel off? Oh, I got stuck on the zombie. Oh, I missed. I'm also not going to take too many points off for missing textures, if any at all, because, you know, I get it. You know, shit happens. Got him. Oh, I did a little jig there. Oh, my lordy. This is the latest version of the map, guys. Like, this is supposed to be, bug fix, but I guess there's only so much you can do. It's really up to the creator to fix it. Oh, I recognized it. Oh. Hey, wait a minute. I recognize that, brushwork there. Oh, well, tell me how you really feel. Base Code Alert 9. Burning American flag. Alright. I like these color crystals. Reminds me of that level from Donkey Kong 64. Crystal Caverns, I think is what it's called. Oh, you idiot. Where are you? Oh, I even ducked. Come on. Supposed to be a ladder.
Vital signs critical.
Maybe not. Okay. Oh, that's it. Okay. Oh, after the long maze map, I'm not going to complain about a shorter map. Okay. So let's talk about that one. Okay, let's start with the positives. What did the map do right? I like the use of the lighting, which included, like, the lighting of the fire, the, crystals. Just so I can kind of gather my thoughts here. I like that, absolutely. The blue lighting here. Oh, we just turned off my no clip, come on. Maybe the lighting of the crystals, or yeah, there was lighting for the crystals. I would like to see more lighting for the crystals, but I like that. Lighting of this lab wasn't too bad. A little basic lighting wise, but nothing horrible, honestly. This straight up looks like that area from Stalker, I'm not even gonna lie. So the lighting wasn't bad, it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. Okay, so there's the lighting. The sound effects, virtually non-existent except for the sounds of the creatures or their idle sounds, which is kind of but it's alright. I didn't really see a whole thing, like there wasn't any continuity between starting off in like this medieval castle type feel to caves to laboratory. It was like a mishmash of different elements. Not that that's bad. Honestly, that's good. But I would have liked to see more blending, more kind of storytelling as to why they're connected. It just kind of seemed like someone took, and I'm not accusing you of this, I'm just saying to me it feels like someone took like 3 different maps and combined them into one. Again, not accusing you of that, White Red Dragons, but so immersion, was I really immersed? I'm gonna go with no. There was some stuff there to immerse you, like well, really, honestly, it was just a mishmash. I didn't really feel immersed at all. There wasn't even any sounds to get me into the mood. It was just blank silence with idle and attack sounds and some lighting here and there. So, was I immersed? Sadly not. I'm going to give that a 1. Visuals. The lighting wasn't super good. There was lighting, so I'm happy for that. It wasn't just a dark map. But the lighting felt kind of basic, not really any, I don't know, any point. I mean, not point, what am I saying? There wasn't really any, I don't know, it's hard to explain. The lighting was there, but it didn't really feel noticeable to me. Nothing really stood out. It was just basic lights here and there. Even some of the colored crystals, like the green and red, those weren't even lit up with their own special lights that I could see. So, missed opportunity in a lot of places. But there was lighting, and, the maps being 3 different parts, they were short, so they weren't really explored too well. I would have liked to see, again, something to connect them, so it makes sense. Maybe there was a story there, I just didn't see the connection. So visuals, basic lighting, mishmash of elements and areas. Was it, and I'm not even counting the missing textures or models. Like, that shit happens, but not going to detract from that. But still, even without detracting from that, there just wasn't a whole lot there visually. I mean, there was textures and enemies and lighting, yeah, but the only area I thought was really cool was that chasm, whatever, with the floating boards. Like, that was kind of surreal. It reminded me of some old Half-Life 2 maps I used to play. So, honestly, I'm going to go with a 2 for the visuals. Like, I just nothing really stood out to me except for that chasm. Gameplay, it was basic Half-Life 2 versus zombies gameplay. Nothing really, anything concrete there as far as I could see. But it was that basic Half-Life 2 stuff versus a walking simulator and maze simulator from the last map. So I'm going to say that at least scored some points. But again, you're just piggybacking off of excuse me. You're just kind of piggybacking off of Half-Life 2 stuff. So, I don't know. I'm going to give that a 2. So, and was I scared? No. Like, although I thought the theme with the crystals and stuff was cool, there was never a moment where I felt dread, felt uneven or uneasy, felt like something bad was going to come up. It just felt like just standard Half-Life 2 zombie killing and alien killing. So what could you do to improve immersion? Because I did give you a 1 on that one. Work on the lighting. Like, you could take the same map as it is right now and just overhaul the lighting. Add more lighting here and there. Make it themed. Maybe add some stuff to have the light bounce off of it. Just improve the lighting visually, and that would be enough to at least raise it a few points. Make some lights that really catch people's eye and stand out. Like, wow, that is a really cool looking light effect in this one whatever. Definitely make up some kind of story or map something out to where the 3 areas connect and make sense. Because as it is right now, it's just a mishmash of a medieval castle type feel to a cave area to underground laboratory. Do a story or something. Maybe have a teleportation effect to where you walk through a fake portal and suddenly you're in this cave, and then, or do something with the mapping to where it conveys a point to having 3 different looking areas like that. That would help a lot, improving your immersion. And then sound design. There was almost little to no sound design, so definitely do a whole like sound like run through of the map and just add sounds and ambience and whatever to make the map a little more terrifying, or just immersive in general, just basic sounds. Visuals, same thing as immersion, just tie everything in, improve the lighting, maybe do a run through of the map where you just kind of inhabit it with props, not just random props thrown around, but actually give meaning to the props. There were some props in this one, but it was kind of basic stuff. It didn't really help the map. It just was kind of there. So that's how I would improve visuals. Shoot, I can't even remember what the ending was. I just now played it, but I don't think it was memorable enough. And I know I feel like I'm talking shit. I'm not talking shit. Like, I'm just giving you honest criticism, like feedback. Do I think it was a bad map, horrible map? No, absolutely not. I just think it was a map that had its flaws, and if you went back in time to tell yourself, do this and this instead, add this, remove this, I think it would have ended up a lot more memorable. But it just had some things that were kind of lacking. Gameplay, I don't know. I really don't know how you'd improve gameplay. It's a standard Half-Life 2 affair. So, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you for gameplay. Because it was standard Half-Life 2, you versus zombies and aliens. So, I mean, I can't just say add more, add less of this, because that doesn't really help anything. I really don't know. Maybe add some puzzle solving, or I really don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But I do know that the gameplay was very lacking. It was basically Half-Life 2 in some custom maps. So I really don't know. I couldn't tell you for gameplay. But I did give you a bonus point above 1 point because you didn't have enemy spam everywhere, and you didn't have it to where there was a couple enemies in the entire map and that's it. So you basically got a point for kind of balancing things out, but still it just was lacking gameplay wise. So take what I said into consideration for immersion and visuals. Gameplay, that is a whole nother ballgame. I don't know how you'd improve it. Again, maybe have some puzzle solving. Maybe have some storytelling. Maybe it would help if the entire thing was narrated. That's asking for a lot because you have to find a voice actor for the duration you have to map of the contest. But maybe narrate it. Maybe make this like into a drug trip or something that the guy's going through, or a dream or something. Hey, there you go. Something like that. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for entering the contest, White Red Dragons. Even though I'm giving you a lot of criticism on this, your map still is, all these maps are contenders for becoming like the winning map. So even though you're hearing me giving out some good dosage of criticism, don't take that as you automatically lost, because I haven't played the other 4 maps yet. So you still have a running chance here. But anyway, so that was Lab Map by White Red Dragons. And I hate to look at the clock because I know it's got to be 12 and I got to get up in like 4 hours. Okay, Gracey Manor is next by Matt71490.
I've been low on money recently, and my rent is up. An old associate of mine, Frank, told me about a place called Gracey Manor. An old, dilapidated and rotting mansion in the woods by 36th Street. Word is that the owner was rich, and after he died, all of his belongings were left in his house as a living memento of what once was. I'll sneak in after dark and see what I can find. Hopefully, nobody has already raided it.
Wow. Is that the same house from the screenshot? Yeah, kind of. Reminds me of Monster House from the movie Monster House. Right off the bat, the immersion's pretty good. I like the little narration and storytelling through still images. I like that. What am I hearing crying? What's going on here? Okay, well that's... I knew that was locked. That is freaking me out, that texture. It's like a flat texture, but it's 3D looking. That's weird. Oh, it's just a useless back porch here, no door. Oh. Oh, I like that. That's cool. I like that too. Wow. Oh, they're gold. Okay. I thought that was like a flashlight battery. I was like, wait a minute. Oh. That's not good. Oh, I just realized squad following. That must mean there's some kind of chaser enemy. Oh no. Is that a decal or is that lighting? What? Oh, that scratching sound effect. Oh, I thought it was getting louder. Okay, I am a little spooked right now. That scratching sound effect really brought up some really disturbing mental images in my head, so... oh, no. The basement. Oh, no. Oh, no. I was getting some pretty disturbing mental images from that scratching. So I am definitely spooked right now. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfectly acceptable. Dead bodies. This reminds me of that one Half-Life 2 map I played a long, long time ago. It looked kind of like this with a long hallway with... I saw that. Like the use of the sound effects. Down here. Uh-oh. Ah, I swear I saw something at the top of these stairs. Maybe that's just me going crazy, I don't know. And I'm going through an adventure. Adventure and a half here. I like the use of the lighting. You know it doesn't really make any sense. none of this really makes sense, so I'm not going to knock it for that. Oh, okay, if that's how you're going to do it, I'm going this way. Wouldn't be Halloween without a bag of bones here. Of course, this is going to be a dead end, yes. Flashlight does not work right now.
Gotcha, bitch.
Okay, I'll fall down. Flashlights. Oh, he looks pretty chilled out there. Radio, don't let me down. What? What? Okay. Alright, well, I gotta say. Alright, okay. let me get out of the moment here. Okay. Well, it was actually a pretty good map. That was actually the first map that I think actually kind of freaked me out a little bit. Not like full on scared to play, but I mean, I was running around everywhere, but oh man, the house, the part with downstairs with the scratching, that really messed me up, because I was like, my mind was going to like so many different things, and I didn't even, I like that though. So, immersion. The beginning had that awesome narration showing the still images, setting up what we're doing. I like that a lot, even though it's a narrator telling me what I'm doing. It still was pretty immersive. Like, it was getting me into the mood of, hey, I'm a thief about to raid this guy's house. Voice crack. I need some water. Hold on one sec. Okay. Okay. Got some water. We're a thief about to raid this poor dead old dude's house. And then we go in, and I like how you had to use a cinder block to break into the window. I like that. That was cool. We're given a flashlight and I'm going over my notes here. We're given a flare, a bunch of flares, and even though I didn't use the flares, I like that the option is there. You have a flashlight route and you have a flare route, which is cool if you want to kind of take your scares to the max there. And then it was the lighting and everything. It didn't make sense, and the level design itself didn't make any sense at all. But the way it was done, I like that. Like, we opened a portal to hell when we messed with that dude's globe, and the cursed globe, and then everything just went crazy. It was out of whack. You were entering different areas. You'd think you were back at the house 1 second, and then you're in like a sewer area next. So, even though it was broken up into different sections and different looking themes, it was done in a way where it made sense, even though it didn't make sense. And, the lighting also followed that. The lighting was sporadic. It was red. It was green. It was, all over the place. In a good way, though. Like, again, in a nonsensical way that makes sense. And then the sound. The sound was really good. The sound is what initially kind of gave me a little bit of a spook. So, honestly, I thought the immersion was great. I would honestly... I don't know. I'd give that a high. I would give that at like a high 8. What was lacking to where? What was lacking to where I wouldn't give you a 9 or a 10? Even though it was kind of sporadic, like the mapping, which was fitting the theme of the map, there were some areas where I noticed it was kind of bland. You know, there was like some brushes that were kind of placed as walls, but they were just, you know, it didn't really look right. Like, it was supposed to be nonsensical, but it just kind of looked like they were just kind of placed there without any, I don't know, consideration as to where it would be better suited or, you know, making the wall look like it would fit. It just kind of looked like, you know, random parts. That was in a couple places I noticed that. But other than that, the visuals I thought were pretty good. The lighting, the mapping, besides those couple flaws. But I also think it would have helped if the ending wasn't just "you're on fire." You know, it actually kind of had an ending that made sense. So that kind of broke the immersion a little bit. Not even a fade to black. It was just "you're on fire" end map. So that's why I didn't rate the map, the immersion higher. But the visuals, again, didn't make sense, but it made sense at the same time. You had the intro with the narration, which isn't really a visual. I mean, I guess the little images in the beginning were. The map, the house itself felt like almost like a real place. You know, the lighting was good. Everything looked pretty good. Again, my main issue are okay, so the mapping was good, but there was a couple places to where it looked out of place. Like I said, there was some stuff that was just kind of placed here and there. No real, like the end of the hallway, like where it just went to black and it kind of funneled into like a little dark, like rectangle. That it could have been done a little better than that, I think. But I still thought the visuals were pretty good, honestly. But were they perfect? No, like I just said, there were some issues. So for visuals, I'd probably give you a good 7. I'd say a good 7. I'll say that at the end. Gameplay, I liked the fact that you were set up to be a dude break into the house, and you broke into the house. You took a cinder block and you busted the dude's window. So, and you were stealing the whole point of the game was stealing stuff. So you were stealing little blocks of gold, which I thought was pretty cool. Didn't know they were gold until I picked up like the third or second one, but still, I could still figure it out in the end. So, and it wasn't really a fighting thing like the last map. You were just kind of walking through and kind of tripping out until you went to hell at the end and you were set on fire. So, gameplay wise, I give that a good 8. It fit the theme. It didn't stray from the theme. It went from us being a burglar breaking into a house to going through different levels of hell. But that was kind of our payback for we break into this guy's house and he curses us, and now we're the same burglar, but we're going and through a living nightmare. There wasn't anything telling you, hey, you're not a burglar, you're just this or that. You know, we're getting some revenge from the old man was getting some revenge. So gameplay. It wasn't fighting, but it was, and it wasn't really a walking simulator either. It had some stuff to it. It had some scares that didn't really scare me, but but again, even if it's a walking thing, it doesn't mean that makes gameplay bad. You were a burglar. We actually broke into a house, throwing a cinder block through the guy's window, and the old man got payback on us. So. Gameplay wise, I'm going to give a solid 7. And was I scared? There was a brief moment when I was listening to the scratching, and then I thought it started getting louder, even though it wasn't. In that split moment, I was freaked out a little bit. So let's give that point to visuals. So you are getting, because you did manage to freak me out, even if it was for a second, you are getting a bonus point for visuals. So I'll make that 7 into an 8. So keep that in mind. How could you improve the immersion? I already told you, just kind of work on the mapping a little bit, fine tune it, fix the areas that seem kind of useless, at least useless to the player base, based on feedback, and improve them. Visuals, same thing, just improve the look of the maps, maybe improve the mapping on the outside of the house to where it looks like it's a real house on a plot of land versus just a little map, because I saw right away this is just a map floating in abyss. There wasn't really any connection to the real world, so that was my kind of take on that. And gameplay, basically just give it a proper ending that's not just cut to black, or actually cut back to the menu is what happened. And I don't know, maybe add some more to the map to kind of show that the old dude's getting payback. Maybe meet the old dude in one part and have him laugh, have his ghost or corpse or whatever laugh at you. Maybe there's like a tomb, you open up at the tombstone, or the tomb, and his name's on a sign, and his body's there, and his body sits up, and he starts laughing or whatever. You know, that could kind of, maybe have that be the ending. I don't know. But otherwise, not a bad map at all. It is a strong contender. So thank you for entering the contest, Matt71490 with Gracey Manor. I actually did have fun playing it. Like, it, you know, I had fun playing all these maps, except when unanswered questions by the Guardian dragged on for a little too long. But so far, I've had fun playing these, so right on. Good job, guys. Next, we have... Broke my lead. We have Kralich with Terminus. And I'm going to get my earbud back in. And I'm not even going to check the time, because I am terrified of what the clock says. Alright, ladies and gents, here we go. Terminus by Kralich. That same sound again. That must really suck. Sorry about that, guys. I'm really thirsty right now. Uh-oh. That's not me, that's the water bottle doing that. Oh no. Oh, I wanted that to be a soundtrack so bad. That'd be such a cool soundtrack. Oh, I can see what he's going for this. This is gonna suck. Turn it. Oh, it's a missed opportunity to have him run at you while you're turning that, so you have to... No one gets out alive, said the Photoshop brush there. Okay, well, that was short and sweet. And it was very to the point. Very, very, like, you know, here's a scare. Here's some kind of blank spaces between the scare and the final end. Okay. We'll start with the immersion. Right off the bat, we had some sewer sound effects. You had the song, the lighting already right off the bat. You're thrust right into the scare. You had the enemy. You had the sound design to kind of show that, hey, you know, you have an enemy running right at you. The lights going off one by one. I like that a lot. So, immersions, that was pretty good. That was actually really good. I dropped my pen. Okay, now I'm getting sleepy, and, alright, so let me try to focus my thoughts here. So, I would honestly give that, like, an 8. It had a lot going for it. You had the sound, you had the lighting, you had the punch, which is the scare, and nothing, I never felt unimmersed. There was nothing that said, I mean, at the end, I could tell the blood on the wall was totally like someone photoshopping. You know, it didn't really blend too well into the wall. So I guess that's kind of a point off. But really, there was nothing that pulled me out of the immersion. Like, nothing to where I felt like I wasn't in this area. Like, I felt like I could have actually been there. And it did feel like a real place, but at the same time, we didn't see a whole lot. So this could have been anywhere. It could have been in a bunker underground. It could have been in a warehouse. Cat's going off. Hold on a sec. That's the real scare right there. I wouldn't be recording Renegadist recording without my cat. He's been interrupting me since I first started my channel, so that's funny. What was I saying? So it could have been a real place, but it was very short, so I couldn't really get an idea of where it could be. But either way, very cool. So that's why I gave it an 8 for immersion. Visuals, the lighting was on point. The use of shutting off the lights one by one. Nice scare, and then having them all come on and having the thing run at you. I like that. At the end, where you had all the bodies in the room and the blood on the wall, and the door shut behind you, like, you kind of trapped yourself there. So all those dead people kind of killed themselves in a way. So, yeah. So I'd give, honestly, but it was a short map though, so it's not like I have a whole lot to judge off of, but I would definitely give it a 7. No, I'm gonna give it a 6 because although the lighting and I guess the look of the map, it didn't look bad. It looked good. Like, it looked like it was there to serve a purpose. No fluff, no extra, just straight up spooky hallway, enemy to spook you, spooky hallway, ending bloody room. No pun intended. So there wasn't like a whole lot to go off of. There was really no props or anything. There was the valve and the enemy and the skulls and the dead body, but other than that, it was basic, I think, to pack a punch, but there wasn't anything to help lift up the visuals in terms of mapping and props. So, if the map was expanded on, you could probably fix that. But so because of that, I'm going to give it a 6 because the lighting and the just nature of giving you straight up what you want, no extra fluff on the side. I think that's enough to get a 6, but I think to somehow work in detailing and props and all that would definitely lift it up. I don't know how you do that, but... Oh, sorry. Gameplay. Gameplay was very bare bones. So I am praising it for all that stuff. But gameplay, you get run at once, and to avoid that, turn around, open the door, and shut it again. The whole thing with the valve, what I thought would happen is the enemy would open the door and walk at you. So you have to quick run, he's going to start meowing. You had to quick run, duck in, grab the valve, run out, run to the door, and just start mad turning the valve while he's coming towards you. So if you stop to turn around, even for a second, you're dead. So I wanted that to happen, but it just turned into grab the valve, turn it, and you're good. Which is, it was a little lackluster. And even with the bad dude there, it wasn't used to its full use. It was just, here he is running at you, turn around to open the door, and then that's the end of him. Like, you don't have a scare with him ever again. There's no jump scares. That's it. So that was, for what it was though, for the punch it packed. I don't know. I'd give that maybe 3 points. But overall, expanding on the use of that thing would be really cool. Was I scared? No. When I heard the lights start going off, I was like, okay, something's going to appear behind me. And when I saw him running towards me, I pretty much knew, okay, I just got to turn around, open the door, and I'm good to go. Which I did, and I was right. So, was I scared? No. I knew that would be the case. There's nothing really popped out. I wanted him to run behind me as I was turning the valve. That would have freaked me out a little bit, especially with the right sounds and music. But it didn't happen. It was just turn the valve to win. And that's what kind of brought it down for me. So. And he actually did not meow. I mean, he still might do it. But anyways, so we have the next map by LordDz. And before I move on, again, thank you for entering the contest, Kralich. It is a pretty good contender, looking at my rap sheet here. So, don't get your hopes up. You still have the fighting chance. In fact, all of you guys before Kralich and Kralich himself, you guys all have a fighting chance, trust me. Alright, so, I gotta do the next map. And my mouth is going super cotton mouth, so here we go. Next map is from LordDz, called Shadow Walker 2. Multiverse incursion. I like it. Oh. What the hell? He just got pulled right through the wall there. That's what he gets for T-posing. Seems to be powered from the side. We created, but we can't shut down. Preparing emergency countermeasures. Combine bomb. We still should do the job. First sign of danger, launch the bomb. Okay. Ooh, they pitch shifted it down. Oh, hello there. the sound design. That's very creepy. I kind of want to explore the rest of this area before I go in some random room. Oh, that's it? Oh, shoot. You get stuck somewhere? Battle Action Man, ready for action. Ha, can't open the door. What a loot. Oh, I hear him. Okay, I need a valve. Oh, there he is. Hello there. Hello there. You're just kind of a really happy looking zombie. Oh, we can, those are portals I see. Okay. Wait, can I kill him? Okay. Where did I see that? Okay, here it is. So I need a valve. Okay, so we gotta go downstairs and grab the valve that I assume is down here. Okay. Oh, it's a pistol. That's even better. That's cool. I like how we can teleport through the, That was also a very pitch-shifted sound effect. Okay, looking for a valve. I couldn't help it. Like, that's such a cool sound. Oh god, you can break him by punching him. I don't need a gnome. Oh, here we go. Okay, still looking for a valve here. Oh, here we go. Oh, here it comes. Okay, I'm gonna chance it. Here we go. Okay, that kind of jump. I knew that was coming, but it still gave me a little bit of a scare there. What the That is so cool! That was okay. I wasn't expecting that. That's cool. What is... What am I stuck on? Okay. Okay, that's kind of cool, not gonna lie. Oh, it rises up as you get attacked. That's crazy. Hold E to win. I'm not letting go. Okay. I really like that one. Okay, let's talk about that one. Okay. So, immersion. Excuse me. I thought that was really, really cool. Like, hold on. So essentially we're sent in to check out, an issue going on. So we're sent in to check on an issue. And it said Gordon Freeman, so it's connected to the Half-Life 2 universe. So, already off the bat, we're, thrown right into this environment. I was a little confused in the beginning, because it was like, well, there's a bomb. Well, where's the bomb? Well, there's the bomb. Now, how do I, but I eventually found out what I'm supposed to do, and that's good. It's good that there's enough there so the player can learn about what they're supposed to do. It's not just guesswork and players getting bored or tired of it. There is something showing you what you're supposed to do. You had the lighting, you had the sounds, the mapping that made it feel like a real place. I like that a lot. Some of the bonus stuff, like the Ravenholm soundtrack and the use of the portal system that the things can transport to and run through and all that, I really like that a lot. So, honestly, as far as immersion goes, I was pretty into it, honestly. It wasn't. In fact, hold on. I'm gonna change my immersion vote for ThatsRidonkulous to a 9, and I'm gonna make this one for 1UpD a solid 8, because there wasn't something that really caught my eye. Well, you know what? I'm gonna make it a 7, actually. Same with Crouches. I'm gonna make his a 7 too. And all these maps were just kind of thrust in. There's no real intro. Like, say, ThatsRidonkulous. So his first map, he had a really, really strong cinematic intro that led into the mod. Whereas this one, it does have a strong intro, at least showing you. It doesn't have, no, not a strong intro. It has an intro showing you what's going on and who you are and why you're here. But then it just kind of throws you in. There's no real push or, like, say for the Manor map, it had the narration in the beginning. This was just, here's who you are, here's why you're here, bam. But besides that, the mapping, the lighting, the detailing, it was all really well done. So I like that. Visuals, I'm gonna give that a 9. It had the sounds, it had the looks of the map, the lighting, the prop work. The map felt like a real place, not just some random area. There was some storytelling with the bodies in the basement, with the kind of scientific experimentation on the ground floor. Visually, it looked really good, and I think the only problem I have is maybe I could have used a little more, detail sporadically, but the visual got a 9 out of 10. So, if anything, very minor detailing. But I thought it was really good. Visually. Gameplay, that's a whole nother story. Honestly, I'm giving that a 10. Here's why. Changed my mind. No. So gameplay-wise, it started off, I was a little confused as to what to do, where to go. When I got to the basement, That's when we introduced the horror element of the creature, and I liked how you had no weapons to start, so you somehow made it to the top of the floor, where the little shock thingy is, and when I first stumbled across that, without weapons, when I first got into the map, I was pressing it over and over again, as you saw, trying to figure out what it did. When I saw what it did, beforehand, I knew as soon as I got upstairs and the thing was still chasing me that I had to lead it over there and kill it. When I killed it, I got the crowbar. And when I didn't have a weapon in the basement, I saw there were some boards. So I went from not having a weapon. No, I went from start of the map. Okay, this thing can kill something when I press the button. I go downstairs. There's the creature I'm supposed to kill. Hey, there's some boards over there. I kill the creature, get the crowbar. Wait a minute, I can break the boards now. I break the boards, I get better guns. With better guns, I know, okay, I'm supposed to be upstairs fighting something. I go upstairs, there's some more boards. Break the boards. Oh, there's the valve. Put the valve in, and it just, the gameplay was so streamlined that one thing led to another. It wasn't I was wandering around aimlessly not knowing what to do. Like, I knew, based on a series of events, what I needed to do. And he didn't have to tell us that. He didn't have to, go out of his way to show you exactly where things were. You pretty much figured out what to do on your own. And I said I was confused in the beginning, but I figured it out based on his mapping and lighting cues and all that. So that was really cool. We get to the end where you're using the valve to lower the platform. I liked how enemies were spawning, but it wasn't to the point where there was too many at once and you felt overwhelmed. The floating skull enemies and the little on fire boss dude, I didn't expect those at all. So when I saw the floating skull things, that actually freaked me out. I was like, wait, what? Because all I saw was the spine, and I'm like, oh, to me it looked like an electrical antenna. So I was like, oh, it's getting shocked or something. And I look up and I see a skull attached. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So I like the pacing during the valve segment. I liked the amount of enemies that were spawned and when they were spawned to make it seem like a fair fight. And honestly, it led to a really cool ending. I like how the bomb went through, blew up, and you basically gave yourself a pat on the back and, hey, you did it. So the gameplay was, I think, the strongest I've seen out of all the maps in this map. Like, the gameplay was streamlined. It felt good to take part in. I never felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't feel like I was overwhelmed or underwhelmed. It was just the right amount of everything. And LordDz nailed the gameplay on this map. So that is another perfect score. The second perfect score of the night. 10 for gameplay. Was I scared? I wasn't, terrified going through the map, even when I was being chased without a weapon. But when I saw the floating skulls, and I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. That actually threw me off. So, was I scared? Yes. Was that bonus point going to go to immersion? That's the lowest one out of 7. That is going to be bumped up to an 8. So keep that in mind. The original number was a 7. So, LordDz, good job, my dude. Thank you for entering the contest. See, I got cotton mouth, and and I'm talking too much. So, anyway, thank you for entering LordDz. Awesome stuff with that map. Had fun playing it, and you nailed the gameplay. Next is by LordDz, called Mom and Dad. Alright, let's check this last one out here. Last one of the night, and then I can crash. Go to sleep.
Somehow I thought things would be better by now.
I don't know how the hell we got out of there.
I hear it's a lot better out in the country. We really can't afford to get noticed.
Whoa. Oh, that's a pretty
Wish we had a
strong
map. Look out!
I think I know that guy.
Well, first instinct here. Okay, well, I went silent there, but wow, that is another really strong intro for a map. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a Half-Life 2 map show you, like, you know, wow, that's a huge car. I don't think I've ever seen a Half-Life 2 map like that. Almost felt like real in some ways, like you sitting in the back seat with your parents talking. It reminds me of like many a car drive when I was growing up, sitting in the back seat. Also notice how everything is gigantic. I want to say we're playing as a little kid because everything seems kind of big when you're a little kid, and then when you grow up you realize you were just small. So I like that so far. What? Oh. Oh. Oh, he can actually hurt me. Okay, let's run away now. That was cool. Wow, this is actually really cool. Oh yeah, we're definitely playing as a little kid. Almost reminds me of like, this is like Rugrats gone wrong or something. Let me shake your hand. Good job. Okay, well that was just a jump scare, I think. It didn't get... Oh. It didn't get me. Oh, is that supposed to go down? Okay. Yeah, let's go. Alright, let's head back. I think I missed something. Flashlight? What is this? Oh, well, you can just F right off. Wow, nice use of sound design, honestly. It's pretty cool. Alright, so where am I putting this? I mean, I'm supposed to put this in here, right? Because the door's open now. Nope. Ooh, nice. Which one should we open first? Let's do this one. That one doesn't open. Let's do this one. Oh, that was someone. Mom, Dad, one of them. Oh, okay. Oh, I see that dude over there. Forget. That was a really weird sound. Was that like? No, not my lambda. Oh, don't take my shelf. Oh! I'd like to leave now, please. If you don't mind, I'd like to leave now. Oh, okay. Oh, what? Oh. What? Save me. You didn't save me. Oh, it's still after me. Why did I go back? Oh, that's unfair. Ooh, that is very creepy. I've had enough for you. I didn't see what that was. This is a really surreal mod.
I mean map.
Okay, so... What? Okay, so... Oh, that's weird.
Thank God. I was so worried.
And they're gonna
Looks like
get pulled
you
in.
saved our lives again.
I thought we'd never make it.
Let's get out of here.
You don't have to ask me twice. Let's go.
Oh, hello there. Hello there. Oh, wait, is that it? Oh, let's see what really happened. It was a car crash and they're dead.
I think I know that guy.
Okay. Okay, I'm really confused. But, hey!
There's that spot. There's that shadow. Hey. Hey.
Huh. Oh, is that it? I did see a guy right here. I did see that. Alright, well. Alright. Last but not least, let's go over LordDz's results here. So, as far as immersion goes, I thought that was really cool through and through. I like the fact that you are playing as a small child, so everything in the environment was bigger, including the enemies, which was really cool. I like that effect. And that was carried out through just like the entire beginning to end. There was no continuity breaking. Even though it was kind of all over the place and random, it still made sense, and it definitely fit the theme of being like a small child and experiencing all this really crazy stuff happening. The lighting and the sound design, I mean, this could have been its own mod as far as I'm concerned. So honestly, the immersion and was really good. Sound, lighting, storytelling, mapping, everything. And hell, I'd go. Yes, I would. I would go as far as to say that was a, like, I'd say that was a 10 experience. Nothing pulled me out. It all felt like it just really worked. And especially at the end when you got all the stuff popping in and out and you got the mom laughing, like, that was so well done. I knew exactly what they were going for, and they freaking nailed it. So honestly, very good job with that. I'm going to give immersion a 10. Well, actually, no, I would give it a 10, actually. I was fully immersed. Visuals, I'd also give that a 10. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, the visuals, everything from the beginning with the intro to the fact that everything is much bigger because you're smaller, the use of special effects in game to kind of invoke different I don't know. You know, the lighting, the maps. I told you, I'm so tired, I'm drawing a blank. And if I cracking, okay, let me get a drink. My third water bottle this stream, or this recording. So, it just, the visuals, they stuck. I just hit the mic. They stuck. They made sense while being random. You know, the whole nonsense makes sense type thing. They fit the theme. Nothing broke from that theme. And overall, the story was pretty good too. So, visuals, I'd honestly give that a 10. Because even off the top of my head, there's not one thing that I could take away from that. The visuals. There was no bad lighting. There was no glitches. No bugs. Everything just kind of worked. And the special effects, I'd call those practical digital effects. Like, in a game, you use practical effects to make something, take something ordinary and improve it without going like super modding crazy with like models and mapping and animating. You use what you had, and you did some really cool effects with that. So I like that. Gameplay, I'm not going to give that one a 10. There were some things that didn't really... It was basically a walking simulator, but it did have some puzzles, so that definitely raises it up. If it was just a walking simulator, you just walk and do stuff, or just basically just walk around the whole time, that would be... you know, that wouldn't get the highest score, but you had some puzzle stuff. You had to find the battery. And it wasn't just flat walking around. There was some teleportation. There was some replaying of segments with new stuff going on. Like, it was actually really good. Really damn good. It didn't have combat, but that's not a huge takeaway. And there was no real flaws or issues that I had that would break the flow of the gameplay. So I'd honestly give that about a 8 out of 10. Because you took a walking simulator, which could just be walking around, and you added so much to that to improve it. So yeah, I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. So very good job. And was I spooked? I wouldn't say I was scared, but seeing the skulls on the hunter actually kind of threw me off. And for a very split second, I did jump a little bit. So yes, I would give that a yes. And I'm going to give that bonus point to gameplay. So that's pretty glowing reviews on my end of things. So I like that. So really, really good job, honestly. I like that. So let me throw all these scores into the document here, and I will call this recording a night, and I am going to get ready for work tomorrow. Work today, in 2 hours. So, okay. So let me enter that. And visuals. Oops, I did the wrong score for that one. 9. And I do see the other scores here. I am not going to say them out loud, just in case the people who scored don't want their scores out. But it is doing the averages. So this isn't going to be we all choose and we vote on which one we want to choose. Like, there's actually averages for what we're choosing. So it's not just we pick and choose our favorites. It's computer, it's averaged. And I'm not going to announce who won because one of our judges have not judged yet, so I'm just giving you my own opinion on what's going on. Terminus, which was Kralich. Oops. But I have a pretty good idea of what's going on. But I'm not going to say anything, not yet. Alright, we do have some really strong contenders here. A lot of really strong contenders, honestly. Alright, let me double check here. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Sorry, Guardian. I'm going to change my thing for visuals from a 6 to a 5. Mainly because of the issue I brought up with the lighting on the outside where it looked kind of flat. And it didn't really fit. Like I said, like the lighting looked kind of sparse instead of focused. Which is mainly the issue I had with the car lights. But, alright, let me double check that I have everything set up. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. And there are a couple scores here that actually, wow, this is pretty even across the board. Not gonna lie. Like, there are these are pretty much all pretty close together here. So it's gonna be a close one. So really, Wally is gonna be like the deciding factor here. He hasn't done it yet, or hasn't logged him yet, but anyway, so that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this 3-hour recording. This is going to be fun to upload. I'm going to upload it right after I stop, actually. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I really should be charging my phone. Okay. So anyway, my name is the Renegadist. It was a very long recording, but for those of you who want to see my thought process for why I gave the scores I did, you can definitely watch this and kind of get an idea of why I scored what I did. I'm repeating myself. So, I'm a little farther away from the mic.
How about this?
Okay. So hope you guys enjoyed. For those of you who stuck around for the whole 3 hours, you're absolutely bonkers. But I hope you enjoyed every second of it. And it is now Halloween Day as of an hour ago. So we will see who the winners are later on today. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video / stream on my channel. And of course, as always, definitely please give feedback in the comments about what you guys thought about each map. And hell, if you guys want to do a whole comment giving your own personal scores on each, I'd be down to take a look and kind of give you reasons as to why you'd score things you did. Maybe you don't agree with my scores and you want to give your own input. So light those comment sections up, seriously. Because although I did this on my own and it was my own opinions, I do want to see what you guys think. Because it's always fun to get differing opinions and not just be kind of boring if we all just went by one mindset. So light the comment section up of this video when it's published if you made it this far. And thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys. Peace out. And
Happy Halloween. Oh.